why is motivation such a critical factor in successful leadership from your perspective?
Michael, one thing that I've learned throughout my experience is strategy. Any strategy is useless if the people who have to execute it, part of that execution, are not motivated. Motivation is the fuel of leadership. That's what I call. So, motivating team just to ensure that they understand what is required to be able to achieve those goals is very critical. It's the motivation that would help organization reach their goals. Based on my experience, when the staff is motivated, there's a high correlation. I don't have any data to prove. I have only my observations, my experience that tell me that whenever the people are motivated, they know the goals, they know what is expected of them, what is the strategy of the organization. That transforms directly. I mean, that thing is directly correlated with the bottom line profitability. For example, I just give more, if I can give you an example here. I worked and during my initial earlier professional days, I used to work in a credit rating agency where, for due diligence purposes, I had to travel to different location, visit different factories, and factories where people were working for the sake of working without having understanding and knowledge of, let's say, the amount of wastage is happening, and what are the goals that have been set by the production facility manager or supervisor. And those were the organizations that were actually doing poorly. Their profitability and their margins were much lower. On the other hand, those factories where people knew what is expected of them, what is the wastage ratio, where they stand, how they can further improve, and they knew that their supervisor would be listening to them, because again, those are the eyes and the ears of the management, right? And those were the organizations that were doing very well in terms of profitability and margins. So just 5-10 minutes of walk on the floor of the factory could actually tell you where are the financials going. Similarly, if an organization is listening to the people, or the leaders are listening to their people, their team members, whether they're juniors or seniors or newcomers or less experienced, they would have a staff that would know the strategy, or at least would understand, try to understand what are the goals of the organization. And there you go, you have the productivity. I mean, productivity and efficiency and effectiveness has tended to become more of a buzzword, but in order to achieve those, you have to listen, you have to understand, you have to communicate those goals, and then devise those tactics to achieve those goals.